be thoughtful on where your strengths are, right? We're all bound by the physics of time, right? We're all limited no matter how hard we work. There's only 24 hours in a day and 7 days in a week. And so really being thoughtful on, as you audit your calendar, where are the areas that are like points of decision that only you can make, right? We talk a lot of kind of, military slang or euphemisms internally. And so they talk about like the most decisive point on the battlefield. And so really knowing where, Miguel, you're most valuable to your fund, right? What is the thing that only I can do? What is the thing that's most needle moving in terms of creating shareholder value or solving customer problems? And then really trying to spend a lot of time building a team around you that can do the other things, right? There's the things that you derive joy from. There's the things that you're uniquely great at. And so, that's been a big part of me of like continuously auditing my calendar of like, am I spending the times and the things that like I'm truly world class and that, really only I can do, or where me doing them provides, really outsized gains. As I've thought about, the last 12 years and, if I were to go start this again, there's a lot of writing that comes out of the Valley around people and talent and culture, and it's stuff that I think when you're an early stage, it's like hard to feel, but we're close to 500 people now. And so like you can feel behavioral norms that, in a small 8 or 10 or 12 person team, you can kind of shape that, when it gets to be 400, 500 more, it starts to be, very, very, very much an organism of its own. And so really being thoughtful earlier in the life of the company around the leaders you build underneath you and like really, really, really testing for fit. I think one of the biggest mistakes I think that we've made, and certainly I've seen other people make, is like, they're like, Miguel, do you have this skill set? Are you a great programmer? Are you a great model builder? Are you a great salesperson? Are you a great, storyteller in marketing? But what's most important for the people that have been here for a long time and been successful are like, are they really good fit in the organization? And so, those would be a couple of things that, for me, as I've thought about the business, as I've like reflected upon the people over time that have been here for 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 9 years that have been tremendously successful. They just like fit into the culture. They just kind of fit and align with me of like, how we approach problem, how we approach management, how we approach leadership, how we approach, planning and problem solving. And so, yeah, I think fit is a thing that I wish I spent more time on early. And it's something that I spend and we spend a tremendous amount of time on now